Welcome aboard the Virgin Voyages Resilient Lady cruise ship tour. Let's start by viewing the pool deck. This is the entrance coming from the elevators on deck 15. As you can see, there's plenty of seating and lounge chairs for relaxation, whether you plan to dip your toes in or just get a tan. There are also showers on both sides, as well as sunbeds surrounding the pool area. As you walk towards the side of the ship, you will see floor-to-ceiling windows for you to view the ocean and outdoors. The seating in this area can fit several people in one section, and it is in the shade, which is perfect for those that don't want to be directly in the sun. As you continue walking, you will see that we are approaching a bar. That is the Aquatic Club Bar. Now, this bar serves the main pool area, and it gets quite busy during port days and ship-wide events like Scarlet Night. As you walk towards the other side, there will be jacuzzis, the well-being pool, the gym and tonic bar, and a view of the gyms from the outside. Now we'll make our way upstairs to view the upper deck. This spiral staircase leads you to deck 16, where you will see the Sun Club area, where there is standing room and some seating with a place for you to sit your drink down in front of you. If you want to go in the pool without many other sailors, as you can see, the evening time would be ideal. And as you head towards the back of the ship, you can see the runway jogging track on deck 17. Virgin Voyages offers 10 private cabanas for rent on board the ship. Your rental includes the use of the cabana from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., fresh welcome juices and samples of smoothies, and 2 thermal day spa passes per cabana for the day of your booking. For the fitness lovers, you will not be disappointed. Here's a walkthrough of the cardio side of the gym. As you walk in, there will be lockers and towels for you to pick up, and to your left, there is the cycling studio. Throughout your Virgin Voyages sailing, there are a variety of fitness classes, with cycling being one of them. They have a good amount of bikes, but you do have to reserve your spot on the Virgin Voyages app prior to arriving to class. They have cycling shoes in the cubbies below to your left, but the bikes have shoe cages for you to use your athletic shoes if you don't want to use theirs. Now, as you walk out of the cycling studio, you'll see a workout area to your left with some exercise balls, full-length mirrors, and 2 rowing machines. And then over to your right, you'll see a scale and some elliptical machines. And then as you look over to the left, here are all the treadmills with the ocean view. They have plenty of treadmills. You'll never have to wait for one. I've been on 3 Virgin Voyages cruises and the gym is never that packed. They also have these bikes to your right where you can view the pool deck. And then of course, as you keep going, there are more treadmills. So like I said, there are plenty of machines to go around. So don't worry whether you're going in the early morning, midday, or an evening workout. You'll have plenty of options for your cardio workout. So here I am just headed back to the entrance so that I can go over and show you the strength area with all the strength training machines, weights, anything you can think of. They got it on board Virgin Voyages. But as you can see, here's that scale that I mentioned. There's a seating area right there. There's all the towels. They even have water. If you need some water, you can get some of that and then get your stuff from your locker if you put something in there. And now we're gonna head over to the strength training area. All you have to do is exit and just cross to the other side of the ship and you'll be right there. You just pass the elevators and turn left. And here we are, the build and balance part of the gym. So like the cardio side, they have the lockers, they have the towels, and then first you will see this studio over here. So this studio is where they'll have the yoga classes, they'll have the bungee class, they'll even have some of the fitness seminars in here. For example, the Improving Your Posture seminar, which I attended, that'll be held in here. And like the other area, they have the floor-to-ceiling windows and mirrors surrounding the room. So you can see yourself when you're doing your exercises and while taking in the view of the ocean. And as you exit the studio, immediately to your right, you'll see a weight rack. You'll see all the machines. They have so many machines there. They even have this area where you have more mirrors to look at yourself while you're pumping that iron. But yeah, here is all of the machines they have. They have a good amount of variety, I would say. They also have these little sections where you can put your stuff down just in case you don't want to use the lockers. But that's enough gym talk. Let's view the casino on board. So as you can see immediately to your right, there is a bar, and here is the beautiful casino aboard the Resilient Lady cruise ship. You'll see all of the slot machines. They have rows and rows of slot machines. They have hand sanitizer wipes if you want to wipe down the machines before you use them. And they have like that porthole looking window to look out to the sea. But they have so many slot machines, like you can really move around up in this casino. And then here are all the tables from blackjack to craps to roulette. They have it all in this casino. I wouldn't say it's the largest casino, amongst the other cruise lines, but I think it's a decent size considering the size of the ship. I personally haven't been in the casino for myself, but you can tell that the seating looks really comfortable. Of course, they want you to stay in there for a while. They have the cup holders for your drinks, while you're playing the game. So the design is very sleek, modern. You can see like it has that dark vibe, and it really does look nice at nighttime when I have passed by. I think the casino is also another great way to meet other sailors. A lot of people are talkative when they're drinking and of course gambling. So if you're a solo sailor and you're okay with gambling, then go ahead and go in the casino so that you can maybe meet a friend or two while you're on board your cruise, because some people stay in here when the cruise is sailing. As you can see, we're at a port, so the casino is unable to be open, so it's just super empty. Not one person can be in there, but that's why I wanted to record it. Just so you can see they have that ATM over there, and then here is where you can trade in your chips for that money. So the next step we're gonna go to is the tattoo shop on board. I don't know another cruise line that has a tattoo shop on board. If you are aware of one, then please let me know. But now let's view the tattoo shop, the stores, and the restaurants on board the ship. Welcome to Squid Ink, the tattoo and piercing shop on board. The tattoo shop opens on 7 p.m. on the day of embarkation for consultations. That allows you to meet with the artist, discuss your designs with them, and secure an appointment. On port days, they're open in the evening, and on sea days, they're open from around 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. And if you're too scared to get a tattoo with your friends or your family, you can just buy a shirt and maybe get a tattoo or piercing next time you're on board a Virgin Voyages ship. That's enough fun. Let's talk about the food, because that is a major deal, of course, anywhere, but especially when you're on a cruise ship. The first stop is the Test Kitchen. Test Kitchen is one of many eateries on board Virgin Voyages. Virgin Voyages describes it as a menu where you are presented an ingredient list, but the cooking techniques, presentations, and flavors are explored in ways you've never seen. With innovative and experiential classes like mixology and coffee labs, you'll try different methods and components for unique results. One thing that Virgin does well is the design of the ship. Each of the restaurants share the unique qualities of what the essence of the restaurant is. So here you see like just the way they have it designed. It is for more of an interactive tasting experience compared to the other eateries on board. Now, I can't personally say how Test Kitchen is from a sailor point of view because I have not eaten there, just because I love all the other restaurants so much that while I was on my sailing, I ate at them multiple times. But I definitely will go back next time just to really get the true experience compared to just showing this tour for you guys. The next eatery that we're going to tour on board is Agave, which is located on deck 15 near the galley. And this is the interactive Korean barbecue, and it's the perfect space to meet new people or just have a great meal with the friends and family or whoever you're sailing with. Every meal at Agave begins with a Korean drinking game that includes a complimentary shot of soju. And so it's very fun if you're interested in it. They do Agave, 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 and it really gets in your head. And it's just an overall good time just for the experience. And just to let you know, this is definitely family style seating. So if you're a solo sailor or just a party of 2 or 3 or 4, they will definitely seat you with other people. And that is why I mentioned it is a great way to meet other people. I personally just like going to Agave as the first night dinner if you're a solo sailor, or if you just want to go ahead and meet new people the first day. but you can obviously go any day while on board your Virgin Voyages cruise. Now, as for the actual taste of the food, I personally don't think it's my favorite restaurant on board due to taste. I think the experience is great, and I would recommend everyone to go there at least once while you're on your Virgin Voyages cruise. But let's head down to deck number 5, where we will visit Pink Agave, the Mexican eatery on board. This is one of my favorite restaurants on board Virgin Voyages, so let me show you why. First things first, don't forget to take a nice picture or a video of you walking through this walkway to the entrance of Pink Agave. It's definitely one of the nice picturesque areas on board for your friends and family to see back home. But in Pink Agave, you see to the left, they have the bar, and this bar seating is, first come, first serve, so that's where they accept walk-ins. But of course, like with every other eatery, besides the galley, you will need a reservation that you will book on the Virgin Voyages app. But let's look at this interior. I mean, the sleek design in Virgin Voyages cannot be ignored, but this restaurant is inspired by Mexico's red hot culture and sexy food scene. They describe it as an experience that goes far beyond the usual taco. A lot of the plates are shareable, it's a social atmosphere, and of course spicy. It really transports you to the vibrant streets of Mexico City on an immersive odyssey of local cuisine. With the largest selection of tequila and mezcal at sea and DJ beats to amp up the energy, no one will judge you if you order one of everything and end up dancing on tables by the end of the night. Now, as far as the food, my favorite appetizer would be the guacamole. I love the shrimp. They have the enchiladas. They have the frijoles con chorizo. They have the corn. Honestly, I've ordered everything on this menu, so don't worry, you definitely can too. Pink Agave may be good, but extra virgin is my absolute favorite, and I believe it'll be yours too, especially if you love a good Italian dinner. Whether it's wine that you prefer, or limoncello, or you want charcuterie, some fresh pasta, bread with some olive oil, extra virgin is that restaurant for you. I truly cannot say that there is a better restaurant that I've had on board Virgin Voyages or any other cruise ship that is better than this restaurant right here. So you definitely have to go in there and try it, especially if you're on a 7-night cruise. You can go twice because trust me, there's so much there. There's shareable plates. You can get the full portion, you can get the half portion, and let me just tell you, everything on that menu is good. Now, I gotta be honest with you guys. I was pretty upset with Virgin Voyages when they switched up the menu in this particular restaurant for me. They used to have calamari and this crispy artichoke on all the ships, but in order to keep things fresh and new, they updated the menu and took my beloved appetizers off the menu, and that oxtail agnolotti in my Virgin Voyages food video that I had on the Resilient Lady, it is no longer on the Valiant or Scarlet Lady. So definitely keep that in mind, that if you see it on the menu, please try it. Don't wait until it's your next sailing, because they may change the menu and your beloved favorite may be gone. But trust me, the replacements they had were honestly basically just as good, because the menus are curated by Michelin star chefs, so they know what they're doing. Now, if you pay close attention to this video clip, you'll see that hammock over there. They sell the hammock that you have when you have a balcony suite on board. Now let's head to the restaurant, which will be the Wake. But look at those, like you can take cute pictures on those, merry-go-round statues. And here is the social club where people will have, games set up. They have bars over there, and they have a lot of trivia. This is a really fun place as well to play games, meet other people, and just have fun while you're on the ship, whether it's a sea day or a port day. But let's walk to the Wake. You're gonna walk down this hallway. That's a pretty cool mirror over to the left. And then as you keep going straight, you'll see another shop. They're closed at this moment, but in this area, they have the karaoke, they have live music, just a cool place to kind of just chill, have some drinks. And then to the right, there's a hallway that has a bar. They have the fresh squeezed juices, and then it leads to the dock house. But let's talk about the Wake. The Wake is the steak and seafood restaurant on board. They not only have dinner, but they also have brunch on sea days. So definitely make sure, that you're not limiting yourself to the galley, because the Wake has brunch on sea days. Now, what I love about the Wake is the design, the atmosphere. It definitely feels like an elevated restaurant, you know, your nice steakhouse back home. But while on board, it has this nice beige designs with plenty of lighting and, of course, ocean views while you are dining in this restaurant. This is what sets Virgin Voyages apart from all the other major cruise lines in the industry. It's just the restaurant style eating. Of course, other cruises have restaurants, but for the most part, they're extra. Like you may have to pay for a specialty dining package or paying for, you know, maybe one night at a certain restaurant. But Virgin Voyages includes all of their restaurants in your cruise fare. The only extra charges you will incur is just for your alcoholic drinks. Now, as you can see in the Wake, there is plenty of seating, whether you're just a party of 2, a party of 5, or even a party of 10. And while there are the restaurants on board, you can always head over to the galley, which is not a buffet. It may look like one, but the great thing about the galley is that the Virgin Voyages employees are serving you. So you don't have everyone touching the same spoon or touching the same utensils to grab things. You know, you tell them what you want and they grab it, and that is another thing that I love. And overall, the point is the food is just amazing. So as you see, look at the cushion. Like you could just really sit there and relax and take your time while you are in the restaurant on board Virgin Voyages. And then here you can see they also have like a seafood bar right there that you can stop at if you would like. But overall, I would rank the Wake, in my personal opinion, as maybe my 4th favorite restaurant. Right now, my ranking is Extra Virgin, Razzle Dazzle, Pink Agave, and then the Wake. Now, I wasn't able to tour Razzle Dazzle while it was empty because it was closed, but I do have, you know, my experience and all the food that I ate on my Rating Virgin Voyages food and everything I ate on either of my Virgin Voyages sailing videos. So definitely check those out. And just to let you know, there is a new eatery coming on board Virgin Voyages on their new ship, the Brilliant Lady. It's called Rojo by Razzle Dazzle. So if you're interested in trying a new restaurant and you've already sailed on one of the other Virgin Voyages ships, then definitely check out the Brilliant Lady, because I for sure will be booking a sailing on board the Brilliant Lady ship very soon. But thanks for visiting the Wake with me. Now let's head over to the pizza place. Each pizza is baked to order, emerging from the oven with a fresh and flavorful crust that's hard to resist. The wait times can be up to 15 minutes, so if you go during a busy time, it can take a while, but they have plenty of seating and they'll just give you a buzzer to pick up your order once it's ready, and you can order to eat it in this area or take it away. I normally just bring my pizza to the room, but I barely go to the pizza place because all the other restaurants keep me full. And if you ever need help with anything, you can visit Sailor Services on Deck 5, where they can help address any technical issues with the Virgin Voyages app, any questions you have about your cabin, comments or concerns, and there's the seating area as well as you wait for some help. Now this next place called The Scene, I kind of just stumbled upon because the door was open, so I was like, let me take a peek. It looks like just an event space. I've seen the CEO and the leadership of Virgin Voyages do kind of their videos in this area, and so yeah, I'm not sure what else they use it for, but that was what I looked at The Scene. Now to conclude this tour, I wanted to stop by the shops. This is the Virgin Voyages shop where you can get everything all about Virgin Voyages, from tumblers to shirts to Scarlet Night accessories. They have it all in there. They got towels, bags, hats, any figurines you need, they have it in this store. And yeah, you can use your Sailor Loot to purchase items on board, or of course, use your C-band, which will charge your card that's on file for your cabin. But overall, I hope this video was helpful in showing you a glimpse of how everything looks on board on Virgin Voyages. This was the Resilient Lady ship, but of course the Valiant and the Scarlet are all very similar. Now the new ship, the Brilliant Lady, will have some slight differences, so definitely check out those videos once you see people on board. It launches very shortly, within the next 2 weeks, so I can't wait to get on board Virgin Lady to see the updates they've made. But overall, I love Virgin Voyages. I have a playlist for Virgin Voyages, from the food, embarkation, just experiencing everything that Virgin Voyages has to offer. And I hope to see you on a Virgin Voyages ship soon. But for now, you can just enjoy viewing the shops on board. But comment below what your favorite restaurant is on board, or what you're most excited for on your upcoming Virgin Voyages cruise. And if you have any questions about anything I did cover or didn't cover, definitely drop a comment below. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.